What's happening, everybody? Chilling here, coming at you from the basement. And yes, this is actually a pre-recorded video. Your eyes are not deceiving you. So, as you could tell by the thumbnail, some Marvel fans have been acting in a way that I frankly don't understand and kind of blows my mind just a bit. There are complaints about Deadpool and Wolverine, and there are complaints about the revelation that Robert Downey Jr. is back as Dr. Doom. Let us deal with the Deadpool and Wolverine thing first, shall we? So, one of the major complaints is that the story is jerky, like light. Didn't seem like there's a lot of effort into it. I freely admit the story is a bit flawed. Okay, like I agree with that. I agree that there is some not so great CGI. The slaughtering of the pool core, that linear shot through the bus and all that shit, while it was cool, it definitely was not top tier CGI. That's easily admittable. But here's the thing. There's another YouTuber, Koi. I got to give him credit for this. And what he said, I'm going to get as close as I can to it, was basically most Marvel movies that we're used to are just really, really good stories told through the lensing of comic book characters. Deadpool and Wolverine was never meant to be that. What Deadpool and Wolverine was meant to be and was a comic book literally just thrown onto the screen. In all its weirdness, occasional lack of plot, and bombasticness. Is that a word? Just bombast, yes. But most of all, it was fun. And tell me, people grumpy about story and that kind of stuff, when the fuck is the last time you went to the theater and saw a Marvel movie and had fun? Endgame, probably for me. No, I lie. I lie about that. Probably Guardians 3, right? But even that wasn't that fun because James Gunn had a lot of serious stuff in there. Some very hard-hitting emotional stuff, right? So even that wasn't like a barrel of laughs fun. Deadpool and Wolverine was just comic book craziness and fun. And fun is exactly what we, the fandom, have been needing, because going to the Marvel movies has not been very fucking fun for a minute. Right? So, I admit, those are legitimate technical complaints. I get it. But here's the thing. This ain't that kind of movie. This isn't the kind of movie where you go, like, you start dissecting it like you would a regular MCU movie, or at least the MCU movie we got used to in phases 1 through 3. This ain't that kind of movie. It was never intended to be that kind of movie. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. A comic book movie. Like, page to screen, as close as they could possibly get it. Not just a dope story lensed through comic book characters. There is a difference. We're talking a comic book movie, Deadpool Wolverine. A dope-ass story through the lensing of comic book characters, Winter Soldier. They're very different, and they're supposed to be. So Deadpool and Wolverine is exactly what it was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be Winter Soldier kind of stuff. It was supposed to be super crazy, super vulgar because it's fucking Deadpool, and just big old bombastic fun with cool cameos and fan service. That's all it was supposed to be. It was not supposed to be like peak MCU cinema. It was just supposed to be fucking fun, and it was fucking fun. And fucking fun is what we've been needing. I don't see how that can be argued. Okay, now, moving on to Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU as Dr. Doom. The backlash on that one is, I don't get it. This is a reference only some will get, but makes my head want to explode like I'm in Scanners. Seriously, Google that movie. You'll understand. It's pretty dope. Anyway, how is this bad? Like, for real, how is this bad? You literally have the best actor in the entire MCU, and there's really no arguing that one either. Sorry. I mean, don't get me wrong. Evans is fucking dope. Like, there's a lot of people that do a fucking good job in the MCU, but Downey's the best actor in the MCU, okay? And now you are bringing him, and then moving on from that, you're bringing him back to play one of the most iconic villains, not just in Marvel. Dr. Doom is one of the most iconic villains in fucking comic books. Period. Wow, jiggle my camera. So, how is that combination bad? Plus, you add in Feige. You add in McFeely. Not sure what's going on with Marcus, but you still have at least McFeely. And you add in the Russo brothers. And now you have RDJ. Do you realize this is the exact same recipe that gave us, well, Endgame and Infinity War and Civil War that RDJ was in, also Winter Soldier that he was not. Wait. Yes, he was. So, yeah. That's the mix right there. Feige, McFeely, and no, I'm not concerned that there's no Marcus. The Russos and Robert Downey Jr. That's the fucking recipe, bro. Like, how is this bad? So what if he's Dr. Doom and not Tony Stark? Didn't you guys... Isn't one of your biggest bitches out there, some of you, that you don't want his ending in Endgame fucked with, his death? Well, he's not Tony Stark. He's Dr. Doom. That's all we know right now. He's Dr. Doom. They called him Victor Von Doom on stage. He's not coming back as Tony Stark. That super meaningful ending is still very, very intact. As is the ending in Logan, by the way. Desecrating a corpse does not equal, like, dishonoring that movie. He's still fucking dead. And, you know, being Logan, I'm quite sure he would have appreciated his skeleton being used to cause grisly deaths. I'm sure he'd be all fucking for it, if you think about it, because that's who Wolverine is. So, but getting back to the main point, RDJ Doom. Stark's not being dishonored, and you have the recipe for the success of the 4 biggest movies of the Infinity Saga. And literally the only thing you're changing is what RDJ said in his first words on the mic. Different mask. That's literally all that's changing. He's changing his name, and he's changing the mask he's going to be behind. That's it. But even that, those small differences are super profound. And he also said, I like playing comic book or complicated characters. And Victor Von Doom is a motherfucking complicated character. There is no denying that at all whatsoever. So I don't understand what like, how much more do you need to think about it? It's not that deep. One more time. Feige, McFeely, Russo's, Robert. These are all the ingredients you had for Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. Like, what? Where is this bad? How is that bad? I don't understand. Y'all are blowing my fucking mind with this shit. So, someone explain it to me that in a way that really makes sense in the comments. Pretty please. I would love that, because what I've talked about is like I don't see how that isn't something to be celebrated. Like, for reals. How is that not to be celebrated? Let me know in the comments. Also, please like the video and hit subscribe and the notification bell if you are not yet a subscriber to this channel. I would greatly appreciate that kind of help for the channel. I am trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to grow the awesome community that I have, and I want you to be part of it. So hit those buttons, and remember, there's always a good time to be had when you're chilling in the basement.